Hello, hello, everyone. It's good to see you, Dr. Anna. I want to talk to you about the two most important vitamins that there are in our entire system. Okay, they're not necessarily vitamins, but I want to share with you what is so critically important to our overall health and longevity. Now, if you've known me and my work, you've been following me for a while, you know I talk a lot about oxytocin. Oxytocin, not oxycodone, which is the pain relieving. Oxytocin is the anti-aging hormone of our body that we produce that keeps us feeling connected, joyful. It's also very alkalinizing, and so many people don't realize this. Very healing, restorative, regenerative, supports your immune system. I mean, so many things. So let's call it vitamin O. And vitamin G, as my dear friend Ben Azadi says, is vitamin gratitude, is the practice of gratitude. Because first, why gratitude? And why is a daily gratitude practice so essential? Well, in this season of the holidays, it may feel a stretch to feel gratitude. There may be stress in your life. You may be feeling burnout. You may be feeling pulled in so many directions. I mean, we only have one head, but how many hats do we often wear? I want to know in the comments. So share with me, how many hats do you wear? I have mother, I have scientist, I have physician, I have friend, I have doctor, I have, name the list of all the things that we have. I have housekeeper, cook, chauffeur, repairman. I mean, name it, right? There's a lot of hats that we wear, and it's important to understand that, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay to need a reboot. It's okay. We Once we understand what's happening, when we realize that our physiology is affecting our behavior, then we can do something about it, right? When our physiology is affecting our behavior, we can do something about it. So I wanted to come during this season because it's so often I am asked about stress during the holidays and what we can do and how we can address burnout and those issues. So I want to share that with you and talk about the two important vitamins, vitamin G for gratitude and oxytocin, vitamin O. Let's call it vitamin O. If we were to have these in a capsule and could take them, you wouldn't need anything else. Literally, you wouldn't need anything else. So one is a practice, gratitude, which increases oxytocin, which your body makes in the most amazing pharmacy there is in the world, right? That is your own body will make this. And it can take practice and it can take persistence. And it's a process. So I want to share that with you. Also, talk about how gratitude shifts your biochemistry from a physiology of stress, right? Like who doesn't have stress, right? To a physiology of safety. And this is important to understand as as we're having this discussion. I want this to be as much as possible a discussion. And I will just make it aside that I am so grateful for my women in my Magic Menopause group, in my certification program, and in my Girlfriend Doctor Club community that I can actually see live and in person. So I'm excited to, always excited to see you in person and live. So definitely check out my Dr. Anna. So DrAnna.com is my website /about and see where I'm speaking coming up, and definitely come say hi. So what I'm talking about is how gratitude, a daily gratitude practice is so essential. And even when you're in when you can feel like, and I've been there, that there is absolutely nothing to be grateful for. This is a physiology and a mindset that completely shifts your physiology. From a functional medicine perspective, gratitude isn't just a feel-good idea. It is a physiological, hormonal, and neurological reset button. And for women in perimenopause, menopause, and postmenopause, it becomes one of the most accessible healing tools we have. It is essential for good health, and it is free. We create this. Yes, sometimes I prescribe oxytocin. I prescribe this, but really what we can make from our body's own ability, our own chemistry lab, it's completely free and you have the ability. And even when you're feeling those very stressed out, pulled in multiple directions, and like you are literally giving from an empty cup, you can still produce it and refill your cup this way. In all my years of medical practice and in my own personal journey too, and working with so many patients that have been really, let's say, at the end of their ropes, really in the pit of darkness and struggling with physiological and emotional traumas, this makes a difference. So when we are stressed, we live in a cortisol mode. Cortisol is our fight, flight, and freeze hormone. It can create the senses of irritability, reactivity, overwhelm. And a gratitude practice triggers the parasympathetic nervous system. It helps us lower cortisol and calm the stress pathways that steal our energy and disrupt our sleep and worsen PMS, perimenopause, fertility issues, hot flashes, cravings, mood swings, depression, mood disorders, all of those things. So within minutes, literally, scientific studies have shown that within minutes of expressing gratitude, studies show increased activity in the brain regions tied to empathy, logic, and calm. Like having, I like to say, the peace. Well, it says in the Bible, the peace that surpasses all understanding, being the eye of the storm or the ocean, not the waves. These are some phrases I like to use with my clients to really express this physiology. And it is one of the fastest ways to shift from survival mode into what I call thriving mode or your passion mode. So I definitely want to hear from you. How are you doing this holiday season? Anything I can answer for you? Any questions that you have? Anything going on in your life that you need support around? How are you celebrating getting ready for Thanksgiving? Well, I'm just going to be on for about a minute more because I have a turkey to cook and I love cooking. If you haven't seen my recipe guide, I have a free recipe guide for you so you can comment recipes or direct message me at recipes. Actually, go to dranna.com, dranna.com/holiday recipes, and you will get my full recipe guide and recipe book. So that will help you. I'll put the link in the comment box here. So dranna, dranna.com/holiday recipes. So important, physiology affects our behavior. So being able to give to others during this time is a reflection of our ability really to feed into ourselves and to nourish ourselves. So stay nourished and enjoy the holidays. I have the biggest sale of the year at dranna.com/deals. So dranna.com/deals for the biggest sale of this season. And you can stock up on all my goodies, and especially Mighty Maca, which is the best thing for the adrenals, the alkalinizing, rejuvenating, superfood, polyphenol loaded combination that really does help restore our health. And yeah, and so that will make a huge difference. So dranna.com/deals to get the best deals, our super secret best deals of the season. So check that out. We're here to support you. And thank you. I love being your girlfriend doctor. God bless.